Have you ever experienced having a dad or a stepdad that likes to micromanage everything? Well, I did. I was 18 at the time and was finally old enough to fly to places where I no longer needed parental supervision. It just so happens that my mom wanted me and my sister to come to America after what has probably been 15 years. She thought that we'll have more opportunities here than where I came from since I was already a US citizen. The process was also a lot easier because we both just needed to renew our passports and my sister needed a guardian to go with her, which was me. So yeah. We packed our bags, said our goodbyes, cried our snots out, got ready for the flight, and prayed that we wouldn't get lost for our first flight ever. I saw my mom for the first time in forever and then, of course, had a crying session and went on with our day. My mom introduced us to our new dad, Stepdad, and it was cool, at least for the first week. So, my mom is super smart, and my stepdad, so she had us learn English quickly and made us watch and read a lot of American shows and books and stuff that I don't usually enjoy. My stepdad got on board with that and decided to kick the level up a bit. He started making us watch heavy documentaries and bought us freaking dictionaries and books that were either too smart or too advanced for my smooth brain. And math, math was his most prized intellectual talent. He would have us do math problems every chance he got, which always gave me anxiety because I remember the times when we went out grocery shopping when he made me calculate the prices of all the goods we bought. I just stared at him looking like a fool. I mean, who does that? Do you? I hope not. I learned how to escape the situation by separating myself from him and hiding in another aisle. And so time flies by and high school happens. Yeah. I already graduated high school, but I had to go through another year because my transcripts didn't go through for some reason, so another year of pain and suffering. I was excited at first, though, to see how real those American school movies thingy actually happened and wanted to get a feel of that experience. Unfortunately, all my high school fantasies got swept under the rug when he decided that it would be a great idea to push myself and have me take on a bunch of AP classes and college-level classes that I would never have thought of taking. Ever. The worst part was, he tested us and quizzed us every time we had any upcoming exams or any graded materials that will affect our GPAs. This dude wouldn't leave me alone and made me study my ass off till 3 a.m. in the morning. This is why I didn't have friends at school. Some people may think that this is a great idea. He's preparing you for the future. He spends so much time taking care of you and your studies. This controlling behavior causes a lot of stress. Makes me feel worse about myself when I'm always deemed inadequate or a failure. But it doesn't end there. So, I'm not a very feminine gal. And I always wear baggy shirts, hoodies, pants, or shorts that go below my knees and never attempt to keep up with my appearance. I still keep my hygiene clean though. Point aside, he made us shave our legs because it was deemed unfeminine. Had us wear freaking dresses, short shorts, sleeveless shirts, or girly stuff that never in my life I would willingly wear. My sister is a girly girl, so she didn't really mind it, but I did. And I hated it so much that I would bring my old clothes to school that my stepdad wanted me to throw away and kept them in my luggage and changed into them whenever I got there. I mean, how can you change someone who's been living like that practically her whole life and expect her to oblige? Well, I did, but only because I was a sheep at the time. Still am, to be honest, but I've gotten better at standing up for myself. There were times when he was sweet, but he'd be a narcissistic prick most of the time, and you just want to tell him to shut up and mind his own business. It got to the point where our privacy was non-existent. Like, we could only close our room doors when changing, can't use our phones at night when it's the only time we get to do what we want. Having the whole family always get together on the couch because we needed to bond and hear him talk about us with whatever he's got a problem with, and many more. This gets very tiring, and living doesn't feel so exciting anymore. The only good times I remembered was when he finally got a job and worked on certain days, which meant temporary freedom for us. Or when we go grocery shopping, and it will just be my mom, my sister, and I. Fast forward to graduation. Again. And I'm finally free from all responsibilities. Right? Wrong. I was not completely free yet. Not until I was out of the house. I decided to use my summer break to work 2 jobs and find a good place to stay. All was well until my stepdad decided that it would be a good idea to charge me for a $400 rent for staying at my mom's place and eating their food. I was already doing the chores there, paying my rent, still being micromanaged, and still being talked about. Enough was enough at that point, so after 3 months of slaving away at work and at home, I called it quits with them and told them I found a place and I'm moving out. My mom was very sad, but understood my decision. He, on the other hand, kinda looked happy? To be honest, I felt like I was in the way of my mom and my stepdad's relationship because my mom would defend me most of the time when things got out of hand, which has caused several rifts between them. And he mentioned at one point that me and my sister are the cause. I really wanted to spend more time with my mom, but I knew it was impossible with him clinging around her all the time. I did what I thought was best for the both of us, though I was worried especially for my sister, who holds an even greater grudge against my stepdad, and to leave her alone with him. But not long after I left, she moved to my grandma's house to continue her life and education there, where she is actually living happily now. I haven't seen my mom and my stepdad physically for more than a year now, but I still talk to my mom whenever I get the chance. I have a job now and good friends, and I'm living pretty happily. I still have a lot to learn though. I'm still working on that. Now that I'm older and thinking back on it, I think leaving was the best decision I've ever made. Moral of the story is, if you're going through something like this, don't hesitate to let someone else know. They could either give you advice, support, or words of encouragement. It may be tiring and exhausting to live like this, but happiness will eventually reveal itself. My greatest support is my sister, who went through the same hardships as me, and we both shared our burdens together and lived through it the best we could. I made some good and bad decisions that made me think about whether I may be the problem, but in the end, I am my own person and I know what I want and what's best for myself. As long as I put in the work, succeed, fail, and learn from my mistakes, then I'll be okay. A person shouldn't control someone else's life for their own satisfaction and or judgment. I'm not very good at giving advice and support, but I hope me sharing this gives you some encouragement and help make you feel that you're not alone. Stay strong, guys, and don't give up. Ever had a controlling someone before or currently have one? Comment down your story below. I would like to hear them. Or if you're the controlling person yourself, then
I hope you have a great day.